Today we are at the Walt Disney Amphitheater, but oddly enough, we are not at a Disney theme park. Today we are at Lake Eola. This is a lake in park in the center of downtown Orlando. So come on, let's go see what we can find.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the greatest show on earth.
Overcast day today, so it's probably not a true representation of how beautiful this park is. Over here on the left, you can rent these swan boats and go out into the lake, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna have to wait until I have some more people with me to do that. Might be a little tough with just a one-manner. Out in the center, you can see the big fountain, and that's sort of the icon for downtown Orlando is this park and that fountain. From this angle you can't see it, but we're going to go over to the other side of the lake. There's a ton of swans, there's tons of birds and other wildlife along here. I'll sort of try and point those out as we go along. So I'm going to do one loop around, and then we're going to do something a little different. The park is surrounded by these beautiful cypress trees. This little island over here is just covered up with birds. I wish I knew more about them so I could tell you what kind of birds they are, but I see at least 5 different varieties of bird over there. They're all big, gigantic birds too. Some of you may recognize this fountain from part of my intro. It's just a beautiful, beautiful fountain. Little nesting going on over here. Hey, buddy. This thing is huge. All right, so they got some animal feed here. Let's see. I luckily brought some change with me. All right, so let's see if we can feed some of the animals. Here you go. Oh, we got some hungry ones. Oh, look at this dude. He's like, here, I'll put some right here for you. Here, look. There you go. There you go. Is that good? Oh, there's some duckies too. Hey, buddies. Come here. Come on. Here you go. You sure are pretty. Nobody's taking your food. Don't be angry. Here you go. Here you go. There you go. Here you go, duckies. Here you go. Here you go. Look for the duckies. Here you go, buddies. Here you go. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Hi. 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 So a lot of the buildings surrounding this park are condos. I believe there are some apartments, and then obviously there are just some regular office buildings. But what a great view this would be to have a condo down here. I think they're probably a little outside of my price range, but lucky few get to live down here with this as your view every day. Beautiful. It's interesting. Some of the birds seem to congregate together, and they all kind of have their own little areas. And then some places are like more common ground. This guy doesn't seem to like me too much. I think he's like, don't get any closer. A cool little bar right here in the center of the park. Relax Grill, probably just open on the weekends or in the evenings, in my guess. Obviously not open right now. All right, so the Swan boats are $15 for 30 minutes, holds up to 5 passengers and no more than 1,400 pounds. Monday through Thursday, 11 to 6, Friday and Saturday, 10 to 9, and Sunday, 10 to 7. So one of the other reasons why I wanted to come down here today is, like a lot of other cities now, the city of Orlando has scooters and bikes that are available to rent and to ride around. The city of Orlando, though, has quite a few that I'd never heard of before. So I thought I'd come down and maybe try one or two around and make another loop around and maybe see if I can find something to eat while I'm down here. Some of the kinds that Orlando has is hopper. These are bikes. Then they have Razor scooters that have seats. They have a company called Wheels, also with seats. I think that's the one I'm gonna give it a try first. And then across the street, they have a Lime scooter. I've also seen some by Lynx. And I will try and put down a list of all of the scooters available if I can find them all. But we're gonna start with the Wheels ones today and see how that goes. So I think I'm currently in a reduced speed zone. So it looks like I'm only currently going 6 miles per hour. So it appears that there are certain ride areas and certain no ride areas. It's shown on the map, so it governs your speed when you're in those areas. So in some of those areas, it was limiting me to like 4 miles per hour. When I got outside that area, it jumped up to 11 miles per hour, it looked like. And then, you know, in some places, when I'm going downhill, it was all the way up to like 16 miles per hour. So just keep in mind that you need to check the map and see what area you're in and where you can ride and where you can't ride, because there are areas where you're just not allowed to ride. There are some Lime scooters over here. I'm gonna check these out. So as you can see, the interior part of the park is off limits, but I can ride around the outside edge. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, well, I stopped at World of Beer and decided to get some lunch, have a little beer. From where I'm sitting, this is the patio, overlooking the lake and the fountain. Not the greatest day, it's a little gray outside. It's a little chilly outside, but overall, it's still beautiful. So I rode the Lime scooter and rode the Wheels scooter. there's a no ride area right around the park. What I've noticed is that you sort of have to go up a street because you're skirting that line, and sometimes the scooters can't tell the difference. So that was not the best ride. So I'm thinking I'm gonna leave here and ride over to maybe Celebration or someplace else downtown where they've got some more scooters, and we can take it for a better test drive. It's got some citrus flavor. Wow, that is really, really good. I'm definitely gonna have to get some of this. Wings have made it. I just got standard buffalo wings. Look pretty tasty. Let's give it a shot. You know, I think everybody fancies themselves a wing expert, but I have to say, I eat a lot of wings. Yeah, good. Not the best, but good. I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna eat them. So that's gonna wind up our little trip to Lake Eola today. We walked around, we rode a couple of scooters, went to World of Beer, had a beer and some wings. I'm gonna head over to iDrive, I believe, and try and pick up the scooter over there and see if we can't continue our ride, maybe in an area that's less restricted, or at least an area that I feel like I know a little bit better. I'll see you over there. Okay, we made it over to International Drive. It's 5:40 right now. So there aren't any other scooters other than the Newt brand over here that I know of. At least that's the only ones that I've seen. So I don't know how that works. Maybe they have a contract with the city or whatever. And then if you look at the maps for these scooters, they have zones that you are allowed to ride in. And then they have zones that you're not allowed to ride in. So it's interesting, if you look at the Newt scooter website or app, when you see the part that you're allowed to ride, it is just only on International Drive, on the sidewalks or the roadways. Well, I wouldn't get on the roadways, but the sidewalks of International Drive. You aren't allowed to go down into Icon Park or Point Orlando. You have to stay on those sidewalks, and you can't deviate like even a block either direction. So again, this may have been like some special deal that some company made with the city or Orange County, or I'm not sure exactly how that works. But anyway, so this will be the third different company that we've tried today. We've already done Lime scooters. We did the Wheels scooters, and now we're gonna do Newt. So I'm gonna jump on one. I don't know how far I'm gonna go. There's not a ton out today, or at least on sort of the south side of International Drive, what I call the south side of International Drive, which is south of Sand Lake Drive, leading down towards, going south towards like Kissimmee area. Well, another awesome day here in Orlando. So we went to Lake Eola, rode some scooters, had lunch at World of Beer, came down to iDrive, rode some more scooters just to try out different brands, different kinds. So far, I have to say probably my favorite of the scooters was the Newt scooters. They seem to go a little faster, I don't know, maybe a little smoother. We'll just have to give it another shot. Bring some friends out, bring Jennifer out, bring Tally out, and maybe all as a group we'll test them all out and see what we decide. So anyway, guys, thank you as always for coming along. If never lost, then never found. So go get lost.